You've got AZRADIO.LIVE's Independent Artist Spotlight Show with today's guest, Jenny Jarnagin, brought to you by Kirk's Studio for the Performing Arts. Kirk's is the Valley's premier music studio. Call us or go to kirkstudio.com. Also by Riverton Piano. Whether you're looking for your very first piano or your last, Riverton Piano of Scottsdale and Peoria will take the time to educate you and make sure you're in the right instrument. Everything from the best in digital pianos to concert grands, Riverton Piano will help you find a family heirloom or the right starter piano. Find them online at rivertonpiano.com. Jenny Jarnagin is a fresh and original sound in the singer-songwriter scene with an earthy and a sophisticated foundation. Jenny's unique style is rich in substance and matters of the heart and soulful messages encapsulated in driving, minimalistic, infectious grooves. Ladies and gentlemen, AZRadio.Live presents to you the Jenny Jarnagin.
So many choices, so many boyfriends, so many horses running in this race. Can't put my finger, what makes me linger? A bad attraction to a wicked place, and I'm losing control. And I'm mad, so mad, I just can't get you out of my mind. Mad, so mad about you. Mad, so sad, you turn me down and up inside. I'm mad, so mad about you. Got back a potion without the notion to turn my life into a living hell. I know you're bad news with all the good views. Drink the poison, I can't break the spell, and I'm losing control. And I'm mad, so mad, I just can't get you out of my mind. Mad, so mad about you. Mad, so sad, you turn me down and up inside. I'm mad, so mad about you. Don't want what I want right now, it's a matter of taste. Light 'em up 'cause I don't know how, such a lonely waste. And I'm mad, so mad, I just can't get you out of my mind. Mad, so mad about you. Mad, so sad, you turn me down and up inside. I'm mad, so mad about you. Mad, so mad about you. Mad, so mad. Mad, so mad about you.
Jenny Jarnagin, welcome to the show. Welcome. Please introduce your cohort here with us today.
With me today, who I drug along, he was screaming. He's like, "No, I don't want to come with you." And I said, "No, you have to. It's my guitar player, Ricky Serrano."
Rico.
Hello.
Ricky. Hey, now you've worked for Kirk Studio for the Performing Arts. You've actually worked with one of our artists here, or one of our teachers, Billy Chaffee, too.
I have. You know what? A few years back, Billy and I co-wrote this really great song, and it ended up getting cut on my latest album at Foo Fighters Studio out in L.A.
That's so awesome. And what's the name of that song?
That song is called Damned Old Heart.
Damned Old Heart. Wow.
It is so sad.
What cut is that on the album? So that they can go to the album. Yeah, I've got one on here.
It is number 7.
Number 7, cut number 7. Billy Chaffee wrote a song with Jenny Jarnagin, but it's the Jenny Jarnagin Show with Ricky Serrano.
Hey.
And now you've recorded 10 albums so far.
Yeah,
That's prolific as all heck.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a lot of people are fortunate to record one or two, and you're kind of a big deal, Jenny Jarnagin.
Well, I just love doing what I do. I love writing music, and you know, a lot of musicians can relate to this. They're just born to create. They're born the way they are, and so I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to do what I love. But as an artist, it's something that it feeds your soul, and in turn, you know, you hope it feeds other people's soul.
Well, that's awesome. We got song number 2, Big Broken Heart. What can you tell us about this song?
Well, this one I thought would be fun to play on this program because it's one that a lot of people know and recognize. I have a YouTube video for this this song that's been floating around the internet for a couple of years. I recorded this out in Nashville with Grammy Award-winning producer Bubba Smith. So this one is called Big Broken Heart.
On AZRadio.live.
Send the door tonight on another fight. This time the honesty is not polite. Broke it off for good, now it's understood. You say you're moving on, I wish you could. Tried to be gentle, I tried to be kind. You drove me mental, love made me blind. You're torn apart, you're ripped in two. Big broken heart, it's all I see in you. Say you don't need me, say you're glad to be happy-go-lucky, running wild and free. Say the men are strong, that you'll carry on. You've done the opposite since I've been gone. Tried to be gentle, tried to be kind. You drove me mental, love made me blind. You're torn apart, you're ripped in two. Big broken heart, all I see. You're torn apart, you're ripped in two. Big broken heart, it's all I see in you. And you say it's okay, that you'll be alright. But I know it ain't so, I saw you crying tonight. Don't know how to feel, don't know how to deal. 'Cause now you blame me just for being real. What else can I say? Watching your display, it's obvious to see you bent sideways. Tried to be gentle, I tried to be kind. You drove me mental, love made me blind. You're torn apart, you're ripped in two. Big broken heart, it's all I see. You're torn apart, you're ripped in two. Big broken heart, it's all I see. It's all I see in you. In you.
The night is finally here. Vintage Clothes on the B-side this Saturday, April 20th. Join us as Michael Oden and Mac Oliverio take us on a very hip journey into an intimate evening with great music on the B-side, located at Kirk Studio for the Performing Arts here in beautiful Scottsdale. Get your tickets on ticketweb.com or at the door for Vintage Clothes on the B-side. Be there. AZRadio.Live will be at the Timeout Lounge in Tempe to help celebrate Cinco de Mayhem. We will be giving away t-shirts, CDs, hats, and much more to promote the local music and Co-op's latest bash, free Mexican buffet, Wicked Sister, headlines with Flying Half Moon from Tucson, Arcalien, the Cabinet of Dr. Nephalian, Conrad Varela, and Riley Micus of Ironkill. If you do not know about the show, then you're dead. Saturday, May 4th, be there. Did I mention the Vintage Clothes concert this Saturday? And that they will be in the AZ Radio Studios the night before promoting their show tomorrow night. Good stuff. Keep on trucking to Jilly's Jam at the Steel Horse Saloon located at 1818 West Bell Road every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. All musicians are welcome and backline provided. Jilly's Jam at the Steel Horse Saloon Tuesdays. And that's the latest edition of AZRadio.Live music on this beautiful April 18th evening of 2019. This is the dead air I told you about. No, I'm kidding. Anyhow, wow. Gosh, okay, we got to talk about the Foo Fighters. You know, they were, the Foo Fighters were probably one of the second most influential bands in music after Nirvana. So what have you got to talk about them as far as the gentleman that engineered and mastered your latest?
Well...
Or Prior. Prior. We were talking about the Prior. Yeah, it was the Prior album, right? Revolver? Or, I'm sorry, the name of the album was... That your Prior album...
Oh, well, there's Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Did in Nashville at the Ben Folds old RCA building with Grammy Award-winning producer Bubba Smith. And then the new one is called Magic, and that was recorded at the Foo Fighters Studio 606 in Los Angeles.
Excellent.
And that was an awesome studio. I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind, and a lot of people have heard the story about the famous Neve board that he got from Sound City and put in his own studio. Yeah, that wasn't a bad experience.
Not at all.
That wasn't too bad.
And the question that arises, and Ricky, you can correct me anytime because I got your mic on. Say, you're wrong, buddy. It's the Bullseye album.
Actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually.
But how do you end up like in Phoenix and then working with the Foo Fighters? The people that work with the Foo Fighters. How did that come about?
You know what? I think God's good, and he just puts you in the right places at the right time and gives you a lot of favor. You know, I've made some amazing connections just by doing what I do and getting out there and fostering these relationships as well.
Well, that's great. And that was produced by Martin Gigi.
Yes, that's it. This man is extremely talented. He's Billy Gibbons' music director. He's played with all kinds of famous cats. He's a wonderful keyboard player. He's also a movie director. Wow. Yes.
That's so cool. And the gentleman we're talking about is John Lustow.
John Lustow is the in-house engineer for the Foo Fighters. He actually moved to L.A. from Nashville a number of years ago. Working with him, it's like butter. It's like butter. It's so smooth. It's the first time I ever walked into a recording session and... there was no sound check. It was just ready to go. And everything sounded just amazing. Like without even being mixed, it was just there. Yes.
Wow. And Kirk Taylor is listening to the show.
Hi, Kirk.
Hi, Kirk. How you doing?
Kirk, I brought you a painting.
It is a beautiful painting.
Asking you shall receive.
Jenny Jarnagin, if you don't know, she is a prolific painter also. An artist painter. Great paintings. And beautiful paintings.
Yes. Thank you for calling them beautiful.
Well, they are. And you know, one of your videos is focused around your artwork.
Yeah, actually, for the song "Mad" that opened this program, my producer Martin Gigi said, "Hey, let's have you improvise a painting to your own song." So I don't want you to think about what you're going to do. We're just going to roll the cameras, play the song every 10 minutes, and see what comes out. So that music video is actually completely off the cuff.
Wow, that's phenomenal. It's a impromptu video.
Yes.
That's so cool. Some of the best art is created when you live in the moment.
true.
Well, I Was Born. You wanted to talk about this song a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I Was Born. This is off of the album I did in Nashville called Bullseye. I Was Born. It's one of the first songs I ever wrote that was kind of chronological. So there's physical events that happen during the song, but also I think the big picture of the song is all about second chances and going through these trials and coming out better after each one.
Very cool. This is Jenny Jarnagin on the Independent Artist Spotlight Show for AZRadio.live.
Out in the red dirt clay where farmers work and pray, Mama drove to town. I was born. I was born. Old-time piano with a scroll, I'd watch it roll, and a love was found. I was born. I was born at the pinnacle in the valley low. Times I lost my faith, but I found my soul. Seeing miracles in the dark, I awaken to life that I'm grateful to know. I was born. New mountain sounds tucked in the hills of smoky mills. Grew up chasing dreams. I was born. I was born. Humility and broken hearts became my heart. So searching in between, I was born. I was born at the pinnacle in the valley low. Times I lost my faith, but I found my soul. Seeing miracles in the dark, I awaken to life that I'm grateful to know. I was born. Of my own, a broken home, I'm on my own, but I just play on. The music lives, and I am born at the pinnacle in the valley low. Times I lost my faith, but I found my soul. Seeing miracles in the dark, I awaken to life that I'm grateful to know. The pinnacle in the valley low. Times I lost my faith, but I found my soul. Seeing miracles in the dark, I awaken to life that I'm grateful to know. I was born. I am born.
This week, we added the music of Audrey Heartburn. Great, great band. We played a block of their music at about 5:20. I hope you were tuned in to hear it. We play the music of Vintage Clothes and Jenny Jarnagin and Jane in the Jungle and Mills Inn, Moons, Birds, and Monsters, Scott Jeffers Travelers Band, Empire of Desire, Monique Hasbin, Banana Blonde, Break the Robot, Cold Shot and the Hurricane Horns, the Bovine Fury, the Bellwethers, Eric Ramsey, Billy Chaffee. We have over 1,000 songs from our Valley artists, and we play them on AZRadio.live. If you've got original music and you'd like the world to hear it, send it to info@azradio.live. Jenny Jarnagin, wow, welcome. Thank you. We want to thank you guys for being our guests once again.
My pleasure.
And, you know, half the fun is loading into the studio. So,
Well,
and thank you for all that hard, and the traveling in rush hour traffic. That's no fun.
Well, it's okay. You know what? I'll live.
But we did provide waters to help with everything. The waters, courtesy of Kirk Studio for the Performing Arts. Now, you're quite an instrumentalist, too. Did you start out as a instrumentalist first, and then a songwriter as far as vocals, and then orchestration of complete albums with like we mentioned, string sections and bass players and guitars?
You are correct.
Wow. And is there any instrumental album that stands out that started your career?
Well, yeah, actually, the one that actually started my recording career. And here's a story. So I've been playing by ear piano since I was 3.
By ear?
By ear.
Wow.
And then I started formal lessons at age 5. And then I just continued my education. I've had the opportunity to study a lot of different places. Only piano, right? So I studied in Russia, Conservatory of Music in Victoria, British Columbia, and all these places. So I ended up with a master's degree. Then there was a period of time, about 5 years, where I didn't use my gift. I wasn't playing music, and I felt horrible inside. And it just dawned on me. I thought, you're spending each day, you're spending your time. And I thought, how do I want to spend my time, Mm-hmm. So I started writing this collection of piano instrumental songs, and I recorded those, and then that was local here in town. And then the producer that I was working with, I said, hey, well, I have these other pop songs, but we have to hire a singer. I'm not a singer. And he said, no, you are the singer. And here it is, actually 12 albums later.
Wow. 12 albums.
Yeah.
Okay. Update the bio. No. No, you have a great media presence in... I just want to say that, speaking of that, you've got press out of the UK.
Yeah.
Did you spend time in the UK?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, they're writing about you. It would be easy to dismiss Jenny Jarnagin as just another high-end singer-songwriter from the good old USA, but that would be to do her an injustice, for beneath that highly polished surface is the kind of tormented intelligence that adds depth and resonance to her obvious songwriting skills. That's a quote from Blues Bunny. They're known for critiquing music around the world. Okay, is that an accurate description? Do you have a tormented intelligence?
Well, every songwriter is somewhat tormented.
Yep. And you bring out those emotions in your music.
Well, yes, but they're emotions that speak to people,
Yep. So we're all tormented.
We're all tormented.
We're all tormented. Ricky, are you tormented?
No.
I thought that was neat. I thought that was a great description. And as soon as I read that, I went, that is cool. And
it is cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool. He's been listening.
Who has? Oh, that gentleman.
The Blues Bunny.
Yeah, Blues Bunny out of UK. They listen to the words and see the construction of the music. Now we have Pennies.
Pennies, yes. Pennies is off of my latest album, Magic. I wrote this song thinking, speaking of how you want to spend your time. And, we spend every day. And a lot of what we spend we spend our emotion, we spend our efforts, we spend our hopes, we spend our dreams, we spend. And, I try at life pretty hard. And sometimes you just want something so rewarding in return, and maybe that something is love, So this song is about that.
This is about love from Jenny Jarnagin on AZRadio.live.
Another beat, another breath, another moment, then the rest. What I see and who I am is what I'll be until the end. A penny here, a penny there, I'll spend it till I'm walking bare. And every thought, what I want, I'm not afraid to pay the cost. To live, to love, to hope, to try. Search for answers I can't find. Offering gold for someone to hold, someone to see, might be blind, can't see ahead, won't look behind. It's in the air, it's in the wind, it's written in the dreams we live. An open eye, an open mind, guess some days just go their way. Spend the moment, spend the hours, spend the love, spending me away. To live, to love, to hope, to try. To search for answers I can't find. Offering gold for someone to hold, someone to see, someone like me. Offering gold, someone to hold, someone to see, someone like me, and live in love, hope and try, and keep.
Jenny Jarnagin on the Independent Artist Spotlight Show. Future guests appearing on our Independent Artist Spotlight Show include tomorrow night, Vintage Clothes. They'll be here for a couple songs. They'll talk about their show Saturday night. Tickets are still available. Ticketweb.com. Thursday, April 25th, we have international recording artist Monique Hasbin at 7 p.m. Thursday, May 2nd, we have the band Courtesy Call, also at 7 p.m. May 9th, we have the metal band Break Lot. They just came in recently as a fill-in guest because Callie Young is going to be in LA, so we brought in Break Lot. 7 p.m. Bring your earplugs in. On May 18th, we feature international touring recording artist Scott Jeffers and the Travelers Band, also at a 7 p.m. show, only on AZRadio.live. And please, if you hear the show, like us and subscribe to us on YouTube Live. We need to get 1,000 subscribers so we can start broadcasting on YouTube Live. They've changed their criteria. So you have to have 1,000 subscribers before you can start broadcasting live. But we can broadcast on Facebook Live. That's what we're doing today. So have you subscribed, Ricky?
No.
Did you subscribe? Okay, do that after the show. Subscribe too.
I have.
Good, thank you. We appreciate that. And now, yeah, sorry about that. It's obvious from all your accomplishments, you're a very hardworking artist. James Brown, you took the place of James Brown. He was known as the hardest working artist in the industry. So now we have Jenny Jarnagin. And a lot of people, you were just recently on a magazine in town, regionally. What magazine is that they can look for that they haven't seen?
It was the cover of Uptown magazine.
Uptown, wow. That means a lot of people in the downtown area, the
Central
fluent.
Phoenix, yes.
Yep, and high rises and great places. So we wonder, do you have a manager or a publicist and a photographer?
I do not have a manager. Photographers or, whatever the moment is. I do currently have a publicist that is doing her job quite well.
Good for her, because we can see that from all the media we've been seeing. We were talking, a lot of our independent artists, and the way the industry is, the glamour, I always talk about this, the dream of being successful at music and living, hanging out at the pool in your multi-million-dollar Beverly Hills home and drinking cocktails all day just doesn't happen anymore. I think that went out with that movie, the Rise and Fall of Music, or whatever it was called. Remember that in the 90s? Anyhow, I forget the name, but anyhow, that doesn't happen anymore. what do you do for a living? How do you pay the bills amidst all this fame?
Well, amidst all this fame, I'm so famous.
Well, you said you can't go to the gym anymore because people are walking up to you and just interrupting your schedule. So
that is true.
Yeah.
But in my small little universe, I teach a lot of piano.
Okay.
And I've seen some return on some of my songwriting. Not as much as I like, but that's growing, and I'm going to keep working at it.
Good. And we were talking about the alternative forms of making money nowadays. YouTube presence, selling ads, streaming, is starting to get better since they renegotiated the terms. Have you seen much improvement as far as return on per stream sort of revenue?
The only money that I've seen coming is from BMI. Publishing money, if something hits TV and film, or I was lucky enough to have a song cut a couple years back by a very notable band that went on tour. They've been on 2 world tours, and so
what's the name of the band?
Well, it's called the Union of Sinners and Saints, and they are among the Christian rock group. Yeah.
Very neat. And they cut one of your songs?
Yes, I was a co-writer on the song Lone Soldier.
Lone Soldier, very neat, very neat. And is that available on their album?
Yes, it is.
Very cool, very cool. And that reminds me of a quote from some of your people that recorded. Let's hear. You have Kenny Aronoff, Carmine Rojas, and special guests. Who are some of the special guests?
Well, Warren Ham from Toto and Ringo Starr, he's Ringo Starr's music director, he stopped by the studio, busted out a little saxophone, little harmonica, and added some nice touches on that. I'm trying to think of the other special guests we had on that album. Martine played on a little bit of B3 on that.
Very cool. It's hard to find a good B3 player. First of all, you have to find a B3.
Yeah.
That's an organ, by the way, Hammond organ. Did you have the actual organ? B3
yes,
organ?
there is one in the studio.
Very cool, very cool.
Yes, we were not limited.
Good. Now, you have a theatrical production that you created. And would you like to talk about that? I mean, you spoke about how you created the light scenes, and you've never majored in theater. And this is at the Tempe of the Arts, just right next in a few days.
Yeah. It's the end of the presentation is the end of May 25 and 26. But yes, I put myself through a little bit of stress creating this theater show. It was just an idea in my head last year of how music and art would collide and how I wanted to present the songs I write, because I feel like they need to be staged in a way where people can receive them emotionally. And through that, I think they need to receive visually as well. So I came up with a show that is a full band. It has art, it has props, it has dialogue, it has slides, it has film. I went around collecting people saying things about love, what they think love is, what it means to them. Threw all of it together, and we debuted it in LA at the Whitefire Theater last month. And it's just kind of this out-of-the-box, thought-provoking concept of love and emotion.
Very neat. I gotta ask, did anybody say that their idea of love was money?
Not yet, but maybe we can put that in there, Jimmy.
No, I don't. That'd be superficial as all heck.
I
but
love money.
My sense of love is how big your bank account is, or what kind of car you drive. That's what I love.
I think you're really onto something.
It's
guitar, my piano. Yes.
True. Material things. No, I didn't mean to ruin the moment, but that's really neat how you bring in the visuals and the aspects what love actually means to somebody. Yeah. True love, true happiness, peace, love.
Yes.
So thank you for creating that show. Have you got reviews yet on this?
Not yet. But you know what? You should come to the show and tell me what you think.
Well, I will check my calendar. By gosh, I'd be more than happy to.
I might know somebody that can give you a ticket.
That would be awesome. We could trade you some vintage clothing tickets.
Sweet.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, we've got a last song. It is something you'd like to talk about. It's Somebody Just Like You. Now, isn't this your big hit?
Well, it's on the newest album, Magic. We cut it out in L.A. This one is, there's always a song that gets the producer's attention. This was the song that bent my producer's ear to saying, okay, we got to go record, you know. So, and I have a music video for this one coming out at the end of this month, actually, just in a couple of weeks.
Very cool. So the video has not been released yet?
No, not yet.
Very awesome. When will it be out? In a couple of weeks? So they'll see it on YouTube Live? Or YouTube?
YouTube, the end of this month.
Okay, this is Somebody Just Like You by Jenny Jarnagin on the Independent Artist Spotlight Show.
I sit in silence here all by myself, thinking about you and no one else. Memories of where we've been that no one knows. We've touched the sky, that's how our story goes. I wonder if you think of me this way. It's all or nothing, is that what you'd say? It's just a glimpse I have of paradise. So tell me, what is there behind those eyes? Waiting for something that moves me. Ooh, oh yeah, that lights up the world like you. Waiting for someone to see me. Ooh, oh yeah, that knows and loves me through and through. Somebody just like you. It must be love because I'm standing still. No need to run because I climbed that hill. A million choices, there's so many ways to know a reason why a heart would stay. Waiting for something that moves me. Woo-hoo, oh yeah, that lights up the world like you. Waiting for someone to see me. Woo-hoo, oh yeah, that knows and loves me through and through. Waiting for something that moves me. Woo-hoo, oh yeah, that lights up the world like you. Waiting for someone to touch me. Woo-hoo, oh yeah, that knows and loves me through and through. Somebody just like you. I've been around this world, I've lived the life. You only live once, but I do it twice. It only goes to show that we're not sane. And life is just a puzzle in this game.
AZRadio.Live would like to thank Jenny Jarnagin for being our musical guest on our Independent Artist Spotlight Show. AZRadio.Live is brought to you by Kirk Studio for the Performing Arts. If you want the pros to teach you or your family, then think KirkStudio.com. Okay, Jenny and Ricky, we're out of here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, see ya!
Yeah, thank you, AZRadio.Live.